In a dramatic turn of events, the Trump administration, after 3 months of insults, tariffs, and threats against its allies, suddenly finds itself in need of help. The escalating trade war with China has pushed President Trump into a corner, and it seems he doesn't quite know how to win this battle. As the situation intensifies, the administration is scrambling to find leverage against Chinese President Xi Jinping, who is showing no signs of backing down. But there's a potential strategy that could work, one that would tap into America's global power and influence, perhaps pressuring Beijing into addressing long-standing U.S. concerns about market access, intellectual property theft, and industrial espionage. However, there's a catch. This approach would directly conflict with Trump's America First rhetoric. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent recently stated that allies like Japan, South Korea, India, and even Vietnam would soon be in trade talks with the U.S. He mentioned that the goal should be simple. How do we get China to rebalance? And according to Bessent, everyone is coming to the table, and basically, China is surrounded. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt was asked about why these countries would agree to help the U.S. counter China when Trump has treated both allies and adversaries the same way. She responded that the phones are ringing off the hook because America's allies need the United States. They need our markets. They need our consumer base. But the question arises, can Trump rebuild trust with America's allies after alienating them repeatedly? In the past, his actions have been more about dismantling international cooperation rather than building it. In fact, on his first day in office in 2017, Trump withdrew from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP, a major trade agreement that included several American allies like Canada, Mexico, Japan, and Australia. He also scuttled the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership, TTIP, with Europe, which could have strengthened relations between the two largest markets in the world. Jason Furman, former chair of the Council of Economic Advisors under President Obama, has expressed doubt about America's ability to regain its reliability as a global partner, calling the U.S. an incredibly unreliable partner on the world stage. Meanwhile, the trade war with China continues to intensify. Chinese leader Xi Jinping has boldly stated that his country is not afraid of the ongoing trade conflict, despite the U.S. raising tariffs on Chinese goods to as high as 145%. In response, China has raised tariffs on U.S. goods to 125%, with the Chinese government making it clear they will not escalate beyond this level. A spokesperson for China's Commerce Ministry even mocked the U.S., calling its tariff strategy a joke. The escalating tariffs have already caused significant damage to international markets, leading to fears of a global recession. The trade war has left the U.S. at odds with China, and many nations, especially in Asia and Europe, are beginning to question whether America is truly a reliable trade partner anymore. While Trump has repeatedly praised his personal relationship with Xi, the diplomatic landscape is shifting. Xi has doubled down on his message of strength and resilience, seeking to deepen ties with other countries and portray China as a steadfast defender of global trade rules. Trump's actions have not only escalated tensions with China, but have also strained relationships with several key U.S. allies. North American trade, in particular, has suffered as Trump has imposed tariffs on both Mexico and Canada. Meanwhile, the new Canadian Prime Minister, Mark Carney, has warned that Canada's traditional relationship with the U.S. may be over, signaling growing frustration in North America. One thing is clear. While Trump's strategy may have made some headway in confronting China, it has also pushed the U.S. away from its allies. And now, as the trade war drags on, it remains to be seen if Trump can restore these vital relationships, or if China will seize this opportunity to expand its influence globally. China is already acting to strengthen ties with other countries. Following the new round of tariffs, Xi has been on a diplomatic offensive, meeting with leaders from Spain and other European nations, offering cooperation on key issues such as new energy, high-tech manufacturing, and smart cities. Xi has also reached out to Southeast Asian countries, including Vietnam and Cambodia, to solidify China's position as a reliable trade partner in the face of U.S. tariffs. Xi's message is clear. China will not back down. Instead, It will continue to build strategic alliances, fostering cooperation on trade and global governance. Will America's friends return to the table to help counter China, or has Trump's strategy of America first left the U.S. isolated on the global stage?